states that are hemorrhaging jobs by cutting programs, by putting people off payrolls because they're not getting the tax revenues because people are unemployed and foreclosures have occurred. But there's also tax relief, about $160 billion for individuals, but also for businesses. So they're able to depreciate more rapidly, write off expenses, carry back their losses 5 years instead of 2. And I'm fully in support of it. It doesn't help the economy as much in the near term as getting money and workers out there. But it does get actually money more rapidly into people's hands. That ability to reach across the aisle is absolutely critical, not just in this piece of legislation, but more. If we don't do this, in the next 6 months, we'll lose 2.6 million jobs in America.
Congressman, at the same time, I'll take the Republicans' argument. They say this plan is just too expensive for an economy that's in this kind of trouble. What's your answer to their claim there?
The problem with that argument is, yes, this is expensive. It's approaching $1 trillion. But if we don't do this, you'll have more unemployment, which means less tax revenues to the budget, and the government has to pay more for Medicaid unemployment. It'll actually get much more worse. Let me give you one example in my district. Crozier Hospital has laid off or consolidated, it says, or will do shortly, 400 individuals. Why? Because part of the reason is people laid off are no longer able to afford their COBRA coverage for themselves, or more people in Medicaid, as they come to the hospital, the states don't have the revenues to give it. So what we've done is take $90 billion and said, states, we're going to pay for the Medicaid coverage for hospitals like Crozier, and we're also going to say we'll pay for 65% of the COBRA health coverage. So hopefully a hospital like Crozier won't have to lay off as many or any of the individuals that are consolidating. If more are laid off, those 400 individuals, think about the cost of unemployment, welfare, etc. No, this is needed medicine, because if we don't do this, and unemployment will still go up about 2% more to 9% this year. It'll go by the end of the year to almost 12%, and 11% marks this downturn as a depression.
Pretty scary numbers there. Congressman, I also know you introduced...
They are, but there's hope, and hope is coming with this package, as well as other things that we are doing with TARP, and now we need a housing mortgage. A lot of work to get done, but I'm convinced America, in a bipartisan way, can do it.
All right, I know you also introduced legislation to extend protection of health benefits to families who lose jobs, so thank you so much for being with us, and we'll keep an eye on that vote today.
Thanks, John. I appreciate having you.
Congressman Joe Sestak there from Washington this morning.
All right, 8:19 now. Let's back to the weather. Let's take you outside here in our area in Old City. David Aldridge is outside. How are things looking, David?
Well, it's still very damp out here. It's still raining, and because the temperature's below freezing, Chanel, it's freezing rain. But take a look. It's Slush City out here on 4th and Market. While a lot of this slush is only going to refreeze tonight, so we're going to have more problems. Throw in some wind, and you get a picture that it's going to be a challenging day, I think, especially into tonight. But let's talk about snowfall amounts. MyFoxPhilly.com, all our bloggers coming in and giving us some numbers. Also want to ask you to send your pictures, but as we take a look around the streets, I want to read to you. Freezer 123 has 3.8 inches in Glen Mills. Gary Brooks in Berlin, New Jersey, 2 inches, was hoping for more. 2 inches in Conshohocken from Sweet Glasgow. And up in Berks County, 4 inches. This coming from Style, PR Diva. That's where all the divas are, I guess, up in Berks County. And 3 to 4 inches in Trooper near 422. That's from Geo 19403. All compliments of MyFoxPhilly.com. And I don't want to leave out Magnolia, Delaware. CE Dude said 2 inches with a layer of ice. We're also getting quite a bit of reports of fall along the Jersey Shore. So if you're in Cape May, you're in Atlantic City, you're down in Sussex County, Delaware, visibility isn't all that great. And then, of course, you have all these hardworking people out here. Hey, Charles, how's it feel to be working out here? See, he's one of the hardest working people we have at the station, and he's walking away from me, but he knows that we couldn't have a clean sidewalk without you. How are you, sir? He's doing great. He's laughing at me. You can wave to everybody. But anyway, back to you guys in the studio. We're going to see your pictures.
We were hedging bets. We were like, there's no way Charles is talking. And you see he's running all the way down the shirt corner on 3rd and Market.
Anybody else running away from you this morning? Are we good?
I don't know. But you know what? Charles is the glue that keeps this building together.
He is. We knew he wasn't going to talk on cameras for years. I've never heard him talk on camera.
Interesting. The earmuffs are on, but the jacket's unzipped a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
What gives, David?
I'm in and out of the building, you know.
Thanks, David.
Yep.
Watch out for 4th and Market. David will come after you, Jamie.
David's like running. And Jamie, before you got here, David actually, remember he fell running down the. Yeah, you guys remember that? Anyway, so he needs to take it easy there.
I remember when Steve Keeley fell